If I had to do my life over again,
If I had my life to live over again,
If I had my life to live over again.
That's a big regret.
in looking back, there was times that I felt I had treated Vicky better and had respected her more clearly and respected her feelings and her choices and decisions.
The path of addiction led me down one path when I was, drinking and using and really didn't care about anything else.
I have feelings about the ways I parented that I wish I had done differently.
Letting other people's opinions hold too much weight when it comes to me deciding what I want to do. I came from a small town, so I always wanted to be the guy that somebody always had something nice to say about. Because whether you did something nice or did something bad, everybody was going to hear about it. So you always have that in the back of your mind.
I know it affected both me and Vicky and Michael being apart. I had experienced many nights of being lonely, and instead of curling up with my wife, I'd be curling up with a bag of cookies.
We probably had a hard time letting you in because Michael and I had our own little world going there.
My own path to regrets was through the 12-step process, and especially in doing the 9th step, which is making an amends to somebody you have harmed. Finding out what your part is in your regrets and resentments, and then finding a spiritual solution through amends and working with others to help heal that process. The only requirement for membership to any of these 12-step programs is having that desire to stop.
Working the schedule I did, having a phone to my ear 24 hours a day for 15 years has severely increased my anxiety. And that's another, like I said, I don't know if I would have anxiety if I wasn't working what I was working. Dealing with the mental problems now. It took a year pretty much away from my life just to deal with some mental illness, some anxiety and depression. And like I said, I don't think I would have had that if I was working a job that I really enjoyed. It'll forever affect my life.
In the amends that I did with my father, he took out of his pocket a little envelope that he said, "I have something for you." It had my name on it, and I opened up the envelope, and in it was a slide. And I look up at the light, and it's a picture of my father holding me up as a baby. I realized that's what it is. The amends is not about forgiveness or forgiving myself. I have a choice of whether I see my father holding me down or holding me up. It has completely shifted our relationship for the better. It's just been the most beautiful gift that I've ever had.
I've been given the tools to deal with the stuff mentally. They gave me psychologists to talk to, psychiatrists, and through those psychiatrists and psychologists, I got proper medication. I've got books to read that are very empowering. And I'm not a book reader. I've never really read a book until I found a book interesting because it was like reading a book about myself.
In the amending of those relationships, especially the ones that have known me prior and since, it's been a profound journey to finding myself. The recovery path has been just so full of a gold mine of richness that I never could have predicted or knew that I wanted. Now my path is a lot more solid and a lot more predictable, and my choices are a lot more careful, and I have a lot more integrity than I did back in my youth.
It's just amazing that anybody stays together for any length of time because we're so messy as humans.
If you really don't understand any regrets that you make in your life, you might end up making the same poor decisions more than once. You can't come to terms with with how your decisions are going to affect your life. It puts you in a good position when you hear other people have these issues, and the fact that they come out the other side feeling great.
If you don't have a sense of humor, like Joan Rivers talks about, you're fucked.
Excuse us for a minute.
We're just changing the rating here.